Hey everyone, welcome to Yanko Design's YouTube channel. I'm so excited about tonight because it's our second video where I get to be your host. And tonight we're going to talk about an event that's near and dear to my heart. It's CES. I've been attending CES as a journalist for probably 15, 16 years pre-COVID. And I believe this is my first year back. Yeah, oh my gosh, it's my first year back since COVID. But anyways, I went back as an editor for Yanko Design, and God, we saw some really crazy stuff. There's some big trends coming in this year. I'll save that for another discussion. For tonight's discussion, I want to talk about 5 products that my team and I saw at CES. And with that, we'll just jump straight on into the first one. It's going to be awesome. Let's take a look here, okay? It just so happens that our editor-in-chief, Sarang, stumbled over these Link Minions, Bob and Steve. It's kind of crazy. They're not your typical Wi-Fi routers. I'm going to let Sarang kind of give you his initial impression. I mean, this is pretty great. Let's watch.
Things actually are. No, they're not collectibles, they're not minifigures, they're actually Wi-Fi routers. So, the Wi-Fi routers and...
Alright, so I'm going to pause it for a second. This is Steve. Steve is a tri-band. He's literally on sale for like under 130 bucks on Amazon. Tri-band 2.4, 5 gigahertz, and 6 gigahertz as well. Now, he's got a little brother. Let's pan over to the little brother here. Name Bob.
I don't know if that's the antenna, but
that is the antenna, by the way. All right, so there's Bob. Bob is only he's like only like 69 bucks on Amazon as well, but he's only a dual band. So if you don't need all that fancy 6 gigahertz bandwidth technology, then this guy is for you. He's only 70 bucks. Sorry. Let's listen to what else Sarang said the rest of the video here.
Having that on your counter instead of, one of those routers that look like that. Imagine having...
Okay, so to be fair, Sarang kind of glossed over this guy because I think it's kind of funny because this is actually a Wi-Fi 7 router. I would love to have the Wi-Fi 7 router in my house because I think that's anything pushing over like 3 gigabit data speed, I believe. Is that right? 5. Yeah, so 5 gigabit. And it can go up to 9 from there, I think. But anyways, that's another topic for another day. Let's listen to the rest of this video.
This. It's so adorable. It's such a...
Yeah, so they're adorable little guys, Bob and Steve, by Link. In fact, it's kind of interesting because our Instagram post of Bob and Steve literally blew up. I mean, we had over 1 million views on this post alone. And I mean, I think there was probably, I'll have to fact check later, but over 43,000 likes on just these little guys alone. And I mean, there's really nothing special about them. They were just hidden in a corner of Westlake, like off the beaten path at CES, and they garnered so much attention on Yanko Design. So that is my first, well, I should say that's our first pick for this review of CES 2024. Let's jump into the next one, shall we? The second accessory that I'm covering tonight, also discovered by Sarang. He just has his artistic eye for really cool gadgets. And being his first year at CES, I think that fantastic job. And let's cue up the ShiftCam accessory here, and I'll let you take a look at yourself and let Sarang kind of walk you through it. And then we'll pause and we'll go through and talk about it, the features and pricing along the way, okay?
So I'm at the ShiftCam booth, and
so
you may
this is
remember the
Sarang.
fact
Let's
that
let
they
him
launched a
go
lot
through
of these smartphone camera lenses, but they also launched a series of phone grips that create the effect of using a DSLR camera, and they've also got a ring light attachment. But at CES today, they're announcing the world's first probe lens for a mobile phone. So if you look at the probe lens, they've got a lot of gear and they've got coffee beans. And that's the kind of footage that you get from a smartphone. That's the first time you'll ever see something like that on a smartphone.
I mean, how cool is that, right? Do you guys remember the Laowa's probe lens for the DSLR camera? I think it was like, back then it was like $1,600. In this instance, this can be had for $300. $300. 25 millimeter lens versus 24 on the Laowa lens. But I mean, come on, who cares, right? It's $300. Now, if you want to have a step up to the Pro version, it's $400 or $399. It comes with extra features like a built-in LED ring for better lighting. So if you're shooting close on an object, the LED ring will shine light at the object that you're trying to shoot or magnify without sort of creating a direct light at the object, if you will. So to me, that's great, especially if the fact that the Pro one is also waterproof, so it can go in water. It can shoot in wet environment as well.
This is my business card. Oh, perfect.
I mean, just look how smooth that transition is, right?
Equipment for shooting equipment.
Wow. So this is obviously the Pro version.
Optics, crazy optics.
Yeah, this is the Pro version. It has you can see the LED ring built into the front of the lens. Just look at that. It's like something out of a movie. The quality is just outstanding. Right? I mean, is that just not cool? What? $300 for the non-pro version. Shoots in it's 25 millimeter lens. It shoots in 4K 60 frames per second, I want to say. Waterproof. You can adjust its variable depth of field adjustable. That's on the Pro version, and for an additional $100, you get the LED light ring. And in my opinion, that is worth the extra $100 bills. So that is the ShiftCam Probe Lens, and that's our hands-on with that. May, thanks to Sarang for catching that. Now we're gonna jump over to the gadget number 3. If you want to, you know what? If you want your mind blown, you just gotta watch this next clip. Transparent TV, my friends. Transparent TV. And LG, I gotta hand it to them. They came through this year for CES. We're talking about a game changer in the home entertainment center at CES. This is the LG Signature OLED T. Obviously, T stands for transparent. It's the first wireless transparent 4K OLED TV. So I'm going to stop yakking away and let's cue up the video.
Everyone that I love.
Is that just not gorgeous? I mean, here at Yanko Design, we love everything that is essentially a piece of art. And if you own this TV and it sits in your living room, bathroom, I don't care, anywhere, it will be the focal point of that room. Just look at the clarity of the display. 120 hertz. Wow, 4K 120 hertz OLED. Now, it's powered by the latest Alpha 11 AI processor. Um, let's see here. There's no pricing yet, obviously, because I believe it's still a prototype, or if you will, a concept. I mean, it's like that guy's like burning. I'm burning. Can you see me now? The only question is, where would you put this TV, right? What kind of backdrop would you have? It would need to be something that is flat, has a neutral color. Otherwise, I can imagine it being. I mean, would you think that it's somewhat distracting if this was indeed sitting in your living room in an area that was extremely distracting? Let's look at it from another perspective. Oh, I'm getting a DAC module for our kitchen. You can essentially use that for this in terms of, I mean, one use case would be where you can have your calendar, you can have events coming up, date, time. I mean, it's an expensive display to showcase that, but wow, can you imagine if money was no object and you had something like this in your kitchen? Man, they do like LG really does like wow. Oh, did you see that? There was something that was coming down that on the back that was supposed to be black. So I wonder if when it's actually showing or when you're actually watching something, it would cover up the back so that it won't be as distracting as we just discussed here. I believe we've got another clip for you. I'm going to go through and see here. Is that it? What about this last one here? Oh yeah, this is arcade shot. Okay, all right. So when you're actually watching TV, the back does come up so that you are not distracted, obviously. So, I mean, for me, just leaving it up the background is just gorgeous.
LG Signature OLED T, the world's first 4K wireless transparent OLED TV.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, so that is essentially the one of my favorite from CES, and all I gotta say is, wow, that is gorgeous. All right, so now I'm gonna queue up the Samsung version for you. So give me 1 second. Okay, so this is a demonstration of the transparent micro LED, and what Samsung has done is they've pieced multiple sheets together, or is that one piece? We'll get to that in a second. I want to show you these here. I think it's this one. See how brilliant the colors are. They look so good. I can't wait for this next generation of TVs. All I can say is, you know what, if you're on the fence for a TV, man, I almost want to say you should hold off and wait for this next generation.
Exactly. That would Okay.
Those are your primary colors, and they look really good. All right, so that is Samsung's version of a transparent TV or transparent display called transparent micro LEDs, whereas the LG one we saw is actually in the TV format, which is so cool. Right, so we're gonna jump in and switch gear, no pun intended, and take a look at the Bugatti Scooter or e-scooter. Let's jump on over. I can't believe that this next gadget, gizmo, e-scooter is number 4 on my list. If you know me, you're probably saying, Vincent, why is the Bugatti Scooter number 4 on your list? Well, it's because we're Yanko Design and not Slash Gear, right? We focus on other products that have to do with design. So before we talk about the Bugatti Scooter, which is $1,200, it's not 1.7 million, or it can go up to like $19 million for a Voiture Noir. I want to show you a fun video of me driving a Bugatti Chiron. Now, I've driven both the Chiron and Chiron Sport, or is it Sport? Yeah, Sport. But the one I'm showing you here is something that I tested and wrote when I was back at Slash Gear. All right, you ready? Okay.
Wherever you want.
Ramping up, my co-driver, which is also a factory test driver for Bugatti, said, hit the hammer, and I did. Woo! Oh my God! Woo! Can you feel the excitement of driving a Bugatti and just... Thank you for letting me do that, Butch. Thank you for letting me do that. Oh, whew, that excitement out of me now. Let's talk about the Bugatti Scooter now. Let me jump in and queue up a video, and we'll kind of just talk about it, the specs and things like that. So this is at the Bugatti's booth.
You also know that they have
And once again,
electric scooters.
once again, really quick, this is Sarang, our editor-in-chief. I was, God, where was I? Why was I here? I don't know. I was busy. Sarang covered this, and he was able to capture this for us on Yanko Design. I guess at $1,200 price range, these are considered as premium scooter or electric scooter, if you will. There's a 1,000-watt motor. It's got about 35-mile range, which is quite a bit for an electric scooter. And you can head up to about 22 miles per hour. I mean, that's pretty fast for an electric scooter. So $1,200. If you got the money, you can own a Bugatti. Let's continue listening to the video, see what Sarang has to say.
There is indicators, headlights, the entire shebang. Well, the coolest thing is the fact that they project the Bugatti logo.
Yes, I love that. That is awesome. And by the way, this is what you're looking at is the Chiron Sport, which is another version that I got to drive. That's going to be a design walkthrough tech story that should be coming up on Yanko Design at some point, where Andy gave me a walkthrough in Maoshan at Bugatti's headquarters. That should be a really great piece. So make sure you come back to Yanko Design to take a look at that story. I believe we should have a couple more clips to go through. Let's take a look at the next one and see what Strong has for us.
What is Bugatti doing? Apparently they've launched some but obviously you want to be a car but
Now, if you look at those wheels, they're 10 inches instead of 9 inches. So more comfort, it's bigger, it looks better. And so there you have it, $1,200 for a Bugatti. I'm kind of excited just because this gave me a chance to kind of show off that I got to drive a Chiron. I'm just kidding. So the next one we're gonna look at, number 5, is it's pretty cool. You know, you can't go to CES and not talk about something digital that has a face to it. That's not a human person. So let's take a look. I got a chuckle when I read Sarang's post on his hands-on with the Wead. I'm literally pulling out my hair, and I do have a lot of hair to pull out, by the way. Why would anyone want to buy this thing called Wead? It's not $500. It's not $2,500. It's $5,000 for a ChatGPT powered AI assistant with curved display, a mic that looks like it's a $80 mic from Rode, when, you know what, my phone has ChatGPT on it, or, you know, just your Android phone. You don't need a $5,000 robot looking thing. So that being said, I'm going to queue up the video that Sarang shot. Apparently this company does or has products for video conferencing, and where you're actually looking at somewhat of a person object, if you will. So you're not looking at a TV or anything like that. And along the way, they're like, well, we should jump on the bandwagon with AI, and we'll just rent a table at Showstopper, which is, by the way, an amazing event at CES, Mobile World Congress, or IFA. Steve Leon, his brother Dave, does a great job. They bring together brands and vendors from all over to showcase products. And Wead happened to be there by itself, no PR, and you're kind of just engaging with it. But it's interesting because if you watch this person or this journalist engage with Wead, let me cue up the video. It kind of just said a lot of I don't
I apologize if I misunderstood your question. Could you please clarify what you meant so that I can provide a more accurate response?
I think that if I
Feel
ask
free to let me know.
ChatGPT
I'll do my
on my
best to
phone,
assist you.
I get a better response than this guy.
Locally on the computer or in the cloud.
You see what I'm saying? You see the
Oh,
microphone
I see.
there?
My
That looks like
apologies
a
for the
cheap
confusion.
Rode $80
No, as an
mic.
AI assistant, I don't run in the same way humans do.
Oh,
I
look,
don't
it's
have a
tilting.
physical
It
body
kinda
or
tilts
the ability
to
to
mimic
move
you.
around. I exist in the digital realm to provide conversational assistance and information.
I mean,
Is there
I
something
guess I
specific
can
you
see
would like
this
to know
being
or discuss?
appealing to someone who
I can
lives alone, and you kind of wake up in the morning and you're like, hey, good morning, tell me the weather. And then you look at this blank face that has a display that talks to you. I mean, I personally rather talk to my dog than this guy. I mean, at least throw some arms in there, right, to make it a little more lifelike. But so I digress. I mean, yeah, so Sarang didn't have a whole lot of nice things to say about it. Sarang did mention that it's the hardware, and I quote, the hardware lacked the kind of finesse you'd expect from a premium product. And the software failed miserably at processing requests amid the buzz of all the people around it. To be fair, internet was really bad, so there's a chance that connection was poor to Wi-Fi, and it wasn't getting the throughput that it needed. To me, yeah, we just looked at some some transparent displays from LG and Samsung, right? I mean, I would almost rather the company use like a curved display like this and then have digital eyes rather than this top display and you've got multiple display around it. It just looks like a Frankenstein. So my feedback to the company, go back and retool this, man. Yeah, we cover you on Yanko design. It's a little funky, but we still appreciate the effort. Okay, all right. So to wrap up the 5 products that we talked about today, I don't remember what the 5 products we talked about today. Okay, so these are the 5 products that our team and I. Okay, so these are the 5 products that we thought were kind of fun and wacky and a little out there, where we could share with you just a very, very, very sliver of what we saw at CES 2024 this year. I'm possibly going to do a second video because there's other products that we want to obviously showcase that are not either vaporware like this we had, or a prototype similar to what we saw with Samsung. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, I invite you to like and subscribe to the video. And if you like any of the products, please click on the link below to head on over to Yanko Design and check out the articles in detail. Vincent Nguyen, editor at large for Yanko Design. Have a great day, everyone. See you on the next one.